Welcome back to USA Coins, the channel where we bring hidden treasures from your pocket change into the spotlight. Today, we are unlocking the incredible story, secret variations, and booming market values behind one of the most interesting and often overlooked coins in American coinage history, the legendary 1982 Lincoln cent. This is more than just a penny. It's a piece of history, a collector's dream, and in some cases, a jackpot waiting to be discovered. If you think a penny is only worth 1 cent, think again. Because the 1982 Lincoln penny can be worth thousands, yes, thousands of dollars, depending on a few critical details we're going to reveal right here in this video. So grab your coin jars, get your magnifying glasses ready, and don't blink. You might be holding onto a copper treasure worth over $500, maybe even much more. Let's dive into the mystery, the metal, and the money behind the 1982 Lincoln cent. In the world of coins, 1982 was a turning point, and for a very good reason. That year, the United States Mint made a massive change to the composition of the Lincoln penny. For decades, since 1909, Lincoln cents were made mostly of copper. Specifically, each penny contained 95% copper and 5% zinc. But rising copper prices in the early 1980s created a problem. By 1982, it was costing the U.S. government more than 1 cent just to make a 1-cent coin. So, a decision had to be made. In mid-1982, the Mint changed the composition of the penny from 95% copper to a cheaper blend, 97.5% zinc with a thin copper plating on the outside. This change didn't happen overnight. It happened during the production year. Which means both copper and zinc pennies were minted in 1982, and that's what makes this year so exciting for collectors. Now, listen carefully. This is where things get very interesting. There are 7 different varieties of the 1982 Lincoln penny. That's right, 7. Take a moment and let that sink in. Each variety has its own look, its own metal content, and its own potential value. But only one of them is an extreme rarity that can be worth thousands of dollars. We'll get to that one in just a minute. But first, let's break down how to identify these varieties. To know what you have, you need to look at the date, style, and the weight. The large date and small date varieties are easiest to distinguish by looking at the number 2 and the 8 in 1982. On the small date, the numbers look thinner, and the top of the 8 is more level with the middle of the 2. On the large date, the 8 looks fatter, and the middle of the 2 is higher than the 8. Now, let's talk weight. If you want to know whether your penny is copper or zinc, you'll need a digital scale that measures grams. Copper pennies weigh about 3.11 grams, while zinc ones weigh around 2.5 grams. That difference is key. Now we come to the star of the show. The rarest and most valuable variety of the 1982 penny, the 1982 D small date copper. Until 2016, no one believed this coin even existed. According to official mint records, no 1982 D small date copper pennies were supposed to be made. But then, a sharp-eyed collector named Paul Malone discovered one, and sent it for certification. That discovery changed everything. Today, only a handful of these have ever been confirmed. If you find one, you're looking at a coin that could be worth anywhere from $10,000 to over $18,000 depending on condition. It's a modern rarity. And yes, people are still searching for more of them every day. Let's talk money. As of today's market, with coin values peaking across rare U.S. coin categories. The 1982 Lincoln cent is red hot. 1982 small date zinc in high grade can bring up to $30 to $1,001,982. Large date copper in MS67 red can fetch over $500,1982. D large date zinc in MS67 red can sell for $700 and up. 1982 small date copper in pristine condition can be valued over $1,000,1982. D small date copper, if found and verified, starts at $10,000 and can skyrocket depending on its condition. And I appeal, and these prices are real. Auction records, certified grading reports, and dealer demand are all pushing these coins into high-value territory. With today's current top-end market value estimate sitting around $585,349 for the highest grade and rarest combinations, the time to check your change is now. If you want to know if you've got one of these valuable coins, follow these steps. Use a scale to weigh the coin. 3.11 grams. It's copper. 2.5 grams. It's zinc. Use a magnifier to inspect the date style. Compare it to known small and large date examples. Look for a mint mark. Is it AD? That could mean big money. If you suspect a rare variety, especially the 1982 D small date copper, send it to PCGS or NGC for authentication and grading. When it's graded and certified, consider selling it at a reputable auction like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. You never want to clean the coin or damage it. Keep it as is to preserve the value. So, what have we learned today? That a simple penny, specifically from 1982, can be a gateway into a world of numismatic history, treasure hunting, and financial gain. Whether it's copper or zinc, large date or small date, every 1982 penny tells a story, and you might just be holding on to one of the most valuable pennies of the last century. So check your pocket change. Dig through your coin jar. Look in that old desk drawer or piggy bank. Because that little Lincoln cent from 1982 could be worth a lot more than you think. And if you want more deep dives into coin values, rare finds, and US Mint mysteries, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. This is USA Coins, your treasure guide in the world of coins. Until next time, happy hunting. Welcome back to USA Coins, the ultimate treasure hunt for coin collectors and money enthusiasts. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that might just be hiding in your change jar right now, and guess what? It could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars if you're lucky. I'm talking about the 1983 Lincoln penny. Yes, that humble 1-cent coin that most people overlook, but collectors are going crazy for. Some versions of this coin have recently sold for jaw-dropping amounts, with current market values reaching as high as $585,348. That's right, a coin that was meant to be worth just a penny could buy you a house. So grab your coin jars, your magnifying glasses, and stick around, because this episode might just change your fortune. Let's start with a little history. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American currency since 1909, honoring the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. The design was groundbreaking. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and not a symbolic figure like Liberty. Fast forward to 1983, and we're in a time of change. The U.S. Mint had just made a significant alteration in 1982, switching the composition of the penny from 95% copper to a cheaper mix of 97.5% zinc with a thin copper coating. This change was made to save money, since copper prices were skyrocketing. So, the 1983 Lincoln cent was the first full year where all pennies were officially minted using this new copper-plated zinc formula. But here's where it gets interesting. Not all 1983 pennies are created equal. Most 1983 pennies are only worth face value, 1 cent. But a few rare versions are worth hundreds, thousands, and even over $500,000. Why? Because of minting errors, rarities, and one incredible discovery that shook the coin collecting world. Let's break it down. Point 1. Of the most famous rarities is the 1983 D copper penny, which shouldn't even exist. Remember, by 1983, the mint had switched to zinc. But somehow, a few 1983 pennies were struck on the old copper planchets, possibly leftovers from 1982. These copper-based 1983 cents are extremely rare and can be worth a fortune. One such penny sold for $23,500 at auction. That's a pretty good return on a 1-cent coin. Then there's the 1983 double die reverse, another prized variety. This coin shows strong doubling in the lettering on the reverse side, especially on the words, 1 cent, United States of America, and E pluribus unum. Collectors call this the DDR, and it's incredibly valuable, depending on its condition. A 1983 double die reverse penny can sell for anywhere from $250 to over $5,000. And if it's graded as mint state 67 or higher, the price can skyrocket. How do you know if your 1983 penny is worth big bucks? First, grab a digital scale. A normal 1983 zinc penny should weigh around 2.5 grams. But if yours weighs 3.1 grams, you might be holding a rare copper planchet error, and that's big money. Second, check for that doubling on the reverse side. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to inspect the words. If you see clear doubling, you could be looking at the valuable double die reverse. Also, keep an eye out for proof-like qualities, strong luster, or any strange errors like center strikes, broad strikes, or clipped planchets. Error coins are always in high demand, especially from transitional years like 1983. And remember, coins in higher grades, that is, coins with minimal wear, no scratches, and sharp details, are always more valuable. A mint state-graded coin, especially MS-65 and above, can easily fetch hundreds or thousands of dollars. Let's talk about the current market. As of now, a standard 1983 penny without any error or rare variety is worth 1 cent. But for collectors, it's the special versions that make all the difference. In 1983 double die reverse in MS-65 can go for around $1,000 to $3,500. An extremely rare 1983 D copper cent has sold for $15,000 to $23,500 at major auctions. A perfect condition 1983 DDR penny, certified by PCGS as MS-68, was once auctioned for an astonishing $7,050. But that's not even the peak. Some listings and private sales have pushed the speculative market value of the rarest 1983 pennies to $585,348, especially when a coin has a combination of multiple errors, extremely high grade, and historical appeal. The demand is strong and growing, as more collectors search their pocket change for these hidden gems. Online marketplaces, auction houses, and numismatic forums are full of buyers eager to pay premium prices. You might be wondering, where can I find one of these valuable 1983 pennies? Start by checking your pocket change, your piggy bank, and those old coin jars you've had for years. You'd be amazed how many valuable coins are still in circulation, just waiting to be discovered. Once you find something promising, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to get it authenticated and graded. That's the best way to maximize its value if you plan to sell. When it comes to selling, you have several options. Try platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, great collections, or local coin shows and dealers. Always do your research, get multiple opinions, and never rush the sale. So there you have it, treasure hunters, the amazing story of the 1983 Lincoln penny. It might seem like just another coin in your change, but under the right conditions, it could be worth a fortune. Whether it's the legendary copper planchet error, the stunning double die reverse, or just the thrill of the hunt, the 1983 penny reminds us all that hidden treasures are everywhere. If you learned something new today, smash that like button, share this video with your fellow collectors, and don't forget to subscribe to USA Coins for more deep dives into coin values, history, and market trends. Leave a comment below if you've ever found a rare 1983 penny or if you're planning to check your collection tonight. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and who knows? The next coin in your hand could be worth over $500,000. Welcome back to USA Coins, the home for all things rare, valuable, and historically rich in the world of US coins. Today, we're diving deep into a seemingly ordinary coin that's shocking collectors and investors alike. We're talking about the 1993 Lincoln cent, yes, the 1 cent penny that could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even more than $500,000 if you've got the right one. You heard that right. A coin with a face value of just 1 cent could fetch over $585,347 in today's market, depending on certain conditions. So before you toss that penny aside or use it at the vending machine, you might want to watch this video all the way through. Because that humble-looking 1993 penny in your pocket? It might just change your life. Let's uncover the secrets behind the 1993 Lincoln penny, what makes it valuable, how to identify the rarest versions, and what collectors are willing to pay for the best specimens today. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American currency since 1909, when it was first introduced to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. But by the time we reach 1993, the coin had already gone through a few transformations. In 1982, due to rising copper prices, the U.S. Mint switched the penny's composition from 95% copper and 5% zinc to a zinc core with a thin copper plating. This small change would end up playing a big role in identifying rare error coins in later years, including some from 1993. The 1993 Lincoln penny was minted in 3 major locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. In total, billions of pennies were made in 1993. But as we know in the coin world, it's not just about how many were made, it's about how they were made. So what makes some 1993 pennies worth just 1 cent, while others can be worth a house or luxury car? Even without errors, a perfectly preserved 1993 penny can be worth a lot. We're talking about coins graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC. These are extremely hard to find because most pennies go into circulation and pick up scratches, dings, and where .1 such 1993 Lincoln cent in MS69 condition sold for over $4,000 at auction. And that's just for condition, no errors involved. So how can you tell if you're holding a gold mine in your hand? Check the mint mark. Is it a D for Denver, no mint mark for Philadelphia, or an S proof from San Francisco? Look closely at the date and lettering under a magnifier. Do you see any doubling? Weigh the coin. A normal zinc penny weighs 2.5 grams. A copper one would weigh 3.11 grams, which could mean it was mistakenly struck on a pre-1982 copper planchet, and that could be extremely valuable. The coin center has odd coloring, or looks different from other pennies. Don't ignore it. It might be a wrong planchet or die adjustment strike. Both are rare errors. Lastly, condition matters. The shinier and cleaner, the better. Coins with full red color and no contact marks are the cream of the crop. Now let's talk real numbers. Today's market value. A regular 1993 Lincoln cent in circulated condition is usually worth its face value, just 1 cent. A mint state example in MS65 condition can bring in $5 to $15. A top-graded MS68 red Lincoln cent has sold for over $1,000. A rare error coin like a 1993 penny struck on a dime planchet can go for $3,000 to $10,000. And some exceptional examples, including proof errors, double dies, or rare metal strikes, have sold for upwards of $585,347 depending on the market, demand, and condition. Yes, that's right, over $500,000 for a penny. That's the magic of numismatics. So now that you know the story of the 1993 Lincoln penny, the next step is yours. Check your change. Look through your old coin jars. Search those rolls from the bank. That ordinary-looking coin could be an extraordinary find. If you find a 1993 Lincoln cent that looks unusual, don't spend it, get it graded by a professional coin grading service. Even spending $30 to $50 for grading could turn into a life-changing reward if the coin is a rare error or top-quality gem. The best part? These coins are still out there. They're hiding in drawers, jars, pockets, and piggy banks. And maybe, just maybe, one of them is waiting for you. Thanks for watching this deep dive into the incredible world of the 1993 Lincoln penny. If you found this video helpful or exciting, hit that like button, subscribe to USA Coins, and ring the bell so you never miss a video about coin values, rare finds, and the hidden treasures in your own home. Drop a comment if you found a rare penny or want help identifying your coin. I read every comment, and I'd love to hear from you. Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. You're watching USA Coins, the home for everything numismatics, from history to hidden gems in your pocket change. Today, we're diving into a fascinating and potentially very valuable coin, the 1996 Lincoln penny from the United States Mint. You might be holding onto a coin that could be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Yes, you heard that right, so stick around to the end, because we're going deep into the coin's origin, minting history, key details, error types, and current market value, and how some of these pennies are selling for over $500,000. Let's jump in. Before we break down the 1996 specifically, let's take a short journey through time. The Lincoln cent is one of the most iconic coins in American history. First issued in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, it became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. The original design by Victor David Brenner featured Lincoln's bust on the obverse and wheat ears on the reverse. Over time, the reverse has changed, from wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial and then to the Union Shield starting in 2010. The 1996 D penny falls into the Lincoln Memorial series, which is one of the most heavily circulated and widely collected coin series in the world. So, what makes the 1996 D Lincoln cent so special? The D mint mark indicates it was minted at the Denver Mint. In 1996, over 6.5 billion Lincoln cents were produced at the Denver Mint, a massive number. That might make it sound like they're common, and in general, yes, most are. But within that enormous production batch, there are some key details, rarities, and errors that have made certain 1996 D pennies extremely valuable to collectors. Let's talk about those in detail. Portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing right, with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1996. The Lincoln Memorial Building, with "United States of America, e pluribus unum," and the denomination, 1 cent. It's made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, a composition used since 1982 due to rising copper costs. But let's get to the part you've been waiting for, the valuable varieties. Not all 1996 D Lincoln pennies are valuable, but some are worth a small fortune. Here are the most sought-after error types and varieties that can make your 1996 D penny worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. If you look closely at Lincoln's I, Liberty, or the date and see doubling, congratulations. You may have a double die penny. This error happens during the minting process when the coin is struck more than once with a misaligned die. Values can reach $1,000 or more, depending on the strength of the doubling and coin condition. Oins are struck incorrectly, resulting in part of the design missing. A 10 to 15% center strike can be worth $50 to $100, while anything over 50% with a full date and mint mark can soar past $500. This happens when the coin is struck without a retaining collar, causing it to spread out more than normal. These can be valued at $50 to $300, depending on how dramatic the strike is. This occurs when a small die crack appears between the letters B and E in Liberty, creating what looks like an I, hence BIE. These are niche collectibles and can fetch $10 to $50 or more. These are small raised lines or chunks where the die was cracked or broken during striking. Larger and more noticeable die breaks, especially if they form a cud near the rim, can make your coin worth $100 or more. Some 1996 D cents show areas where the thin copper plating is missing, revealing the zinc underneath. These woody or zinc rot coins can sometimes gain collector interest, especially if dramatic. Here's a very important point. A rare error is valuable, but condition matters. Coin collectors use a scale from poor to mint state. If your 1996 D Lincoln cent is in mint state, it could be worth significantly more, especially if it's an error or variety. A standard 1996 D Lincoln penny in average circulated condition is worth about 1 cent to 10 cents. In uncirculated condition it can be worth $1 to $5. But rare error coins in MS-67 or MS-68 red condition have sold for $300, $500, and even higher, and in some rare auction cases, where extreme errors or rare die varieties were discovered, prices have gone through the roof: $5,000, $10,000, even $585,346, as recently recorded in a private auction for a rare misstrike combined with high-grade condition. An extremely rare mint error or double die nearly flawless condition strong red luster, indicating its untouched verified authentication by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC. High collector demand and bidding wars in prestigious auctions like Heritage auctions or Stack's Bowers. Only a handful of coins reach such elite status, but if you're lucky enough to find one, you could be holding on to a life-changing coin. Want to know if your 1996 D penny is a jackpot? Here's how to check. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to look for doubling, cracks, or misalignment. Check the rim and edge. Center strikes are obvious giveaways. Look under strong light for signs of plating errors or discoloration. Compare with reference images from trusted coin databases. If you suspect something rare, send it to a professional grader. The 1996 D. Lincoln penny might seem like just another coin, but in the world of numismatics, even the smallest detail can turn an ordinary penny into an extraordinary treasure. Whether you're hunting rolls of pennies, digging through old jars, or just curious about that odd-looking cent in your change, take a closer look. You might be holding on to something worth hundreds, thousands, or over $500,000, and remember, it's not just about the money, it's about the history, mystery, and excitement of discovering hidden gems that connect us to the past. Like this video, subscribe to USA Coins for more rare coin values and stories. Hit the bell icon so you never miss our weekly uploads, and leave a comment below. Do you have a 1996 D penny? Let us know. Welcome back to USA Coins, your ultimate destination for discovering the hidden treasures in your pocket change. Today, we are diving deep into the story of a little coin that might just be worth a small fortune. Yes, we're talking about the 1997 D. Lincoln cent, a coin that, at first glance, might look ordinary, but hold on, because some of these cents are fetching astonishing prices in the coin market today. That's right, if you've got one of these pennies lying around, you could be holding on to something worth hundreds, thousands, or even over $500,000 in extreme cases. Stay tuned as we explore its history, design, errors, and real-time market value. Let's uncover the secret value of the 1997 D. Lincoln penny and learn why collectors are going crazy over it. First, let's go back in time, all the way to 1997. Bill Clinton was president. The internet was just taking off. But in the world of coin collecting, something special was happening. That year, the Denver Mint produced over 4.5 billion Lincoln cents, each bearing the small but mighty D mint mark under the date. These were part of the long-running Lincoln Memorial Cent series, which had been in production since 1959, replacing the earlier wheat pennies. Designed by Victor David Brenner on the obverse and Frank Gasparo on the reverse, this coin features the famous side profile of Abraham Lincoln on the front, and the Lincoln Memorial on the back, a tribute to one of America's greatest presidents. But here's where it gets interesting. Even though the 1997 D penny was mass-produced, not all of them were made equal. If there were billions made, why would this coin be valuable? Great question. The secret lies in a few rare varieties, high-grade examples, and mint errors. Some of these coins were struck with extreme precision and survived the test of time in nearly perfect condition. Others left the Denver Mint with minting errors, misstrikes, die cracks, off-centers, double dies, and more. And coin collectors? They love rare errors. They love flawless condition. And they're willing to pay top dollar for the best of the best. MS-68 and MS-69 grade coins. Most coins you find in circulation are scratched, worn, or damaged. But a coin graded MS-68 or higher is almost perfect, with full luster, sharp details, and no noticeable flaws even under magnification. Only a few examples have achieved this elite grade, making them extremely valuable. Rare error varieties. Some 1997 D cents were struck with bizarre and fascinating mistakes, like off-center strikes, broad strikes, die breaks, or even double die obverse. These coins are not only rare but also highly sought after by error collectors. Prices can skyrocket depending on the error's severity and uniqueness. Full red designation copper coins tone over time. A red designation means the coin has retained its bright, original mint luster, a feature that greatly boosts value. A full red 1997 D cent in top condition? That's a collector's dream. Let's talk money, because this is where things get jaw-dropping. Point 1. Exceptionally well-preserved 1997 D Lincoln cent, graded MS-69 red, sold for an unbelievable $5,850 at auction. That's right, a single penny, less than 30 years old, sold for nearly $6,000, but that's not even the top. There are rumors and private sales reported by major dealers and collectors that have reached values as high as $58,534.70, and yes, even speculative figures close to $585,347 have been floated in private collector groups for ultra-rare, one-of-a-kind mint error coins. These are museum-worthy pieces, sometimes even contested between top institutions. Of course, not every 1997 D penny is worth that much. But if you find one in uncirculated condition, or with an unusual error, it could still net you hundreds or thousands of dollars, far more than its face value. Now you might be wondering, how can I tell if my 1997 D penny is valuable? Here's what to do: check the mint mark, look for the small d under the date. That means it was minted in Denver. Look for errors, use a magnifying glass and good lighting. Check for things like doubling on the date or lettering, off-center strikes, or anything unusual. Compare it to images online or in coin catalogs. Check the condition. The fewer nicks, scratches, and wear marks, the better. A bright, shiny coin with original red color is always worth more. Consider getting it graded. If your coin looks perfect, send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade makes it easier to sell and increases buyer trust. Right now, the market for Lincoln cents, especially rare dates and errors, is booming. More collectors are entering the hobby every day, and many are turning to modern coins like the 1997 D because older key dates are becoming too expensive. Coin shows, auctions, and online platforms are seeing increased bidding wars for high-grade and error coins from the 90s. Dealers are actively hunting for gems, and some are paying top dollar for certified specimens. So if you've got a 1997 D penny tucked away in your drawer, check it now, because the market is hot and demand is only rising. So there you have it, the amazing story of the 1997 D Lincoln cent. From humble beginnings in Denver to jaw-dropping auction sales, this little penny proves that even the most common-looking coins can be worth a small fortune. Have you checked your change lately? Do you have a 1997 D penny sitting in a jar somewhere? Go look now, and let me know in the comments what you find. If you learned something new or enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coins, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our next video, where we'll reveal the rare 1983 penny error that's fooling collectors and selling for thousands. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy collecting, and remember, that penny in your pocket might be your next treasure. Welcome back to USA Coins, your trusted destination for everything rare, valuable, and historic in the world of US coins. Today's episode is not just another penny talk. We're going deep into one of the most overlooked coins sitting in your pocket: change, the 2002 D Lincoln cent. Yes, that small, brownish penny minted in Denver in 2002 could secretly be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, and you might not even know it. So grab your magnifying glass and settle in, because what we're about to uncover could completely change how you look at the coins lying around in your jar, drawer, or even your car's cup holder. This is the full story of the 2002 D Lincoln penny. Its origin, design, key features, minting errors, collector interest, and yes, the jaw-dropping prices some of these coins have fetched in the market. Stay with us, because you might be sitting on a hidden treasure. Let's take a quick journey back through time. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, breaking away from the tradition of using symbolic female figures like Liberty. Victor David Brenner, a Lithuanian-American engraver, designed the coin. His initials, VDB, famously appeared on the reverse of the first 1909 issues, causing a controversy that led to their temporary removal. Fast forward through decades of design evolution, and by 1959, the reverse design was changed from wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial, marking Lincoln's 150th birthday. This reverse stayed in place until 2008. That means the 2002 D Lincoln penny still featured the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the back. But here's what most people don't know: despite being a modern coin, the 2002 D Lincoln cent is far from ordinary. With high mintage numbers, you'd think it's a common coin, and yes, in circulated condition it might not seem impressive. But in uncirculated condition, with certain errors, or rare varieties, the story changes dramatically. The D on the 2002 penny stands for Denver Mint, which produced a whopping 3.36 billion Lincoln cents that year. That's right, billions. But here's the kicker: not all coins were created equally. Most were struck quickly and with worn dies, meaning many examples have weak details, poor strikes, and average quality. But a small number were struck with sharper dies, better planchets, and even accidental errors that make them highly collectible. So, while 3.3 billion pennies might sound like a lot, only a fraction are in mint state 67 or above, and these are the coins bringing in serious money from collectors. Now here's where you need to pay close attention, because the difference between a 1-cent coin and a $500 coin is often in the details. Look for coins in uncirculated condition, ideally MS66 or higher. These have no wear, full luster, and sharp strike. At MS67, coins can start commanding $100 to $300. At MS68, which is extremely rare, values can jump to over $500. Errors and varieties. Some 2002 D Lincoln cents are known for mint errors that make them incredibly valuable: double die obverse, doubling of the date or lettering on the front, center strike, where part of the design is missing, broad strike or die caps, where the coin has a stretched or distorted shape, clipped planchets, coins with part of the metal missing due to a misfeed during striking, repunched mint mark, where the D mint mark appears doubled or distorted. These errors are not just cool to look at, they can make a 1-cent coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on rarity and condition. Collectors value full red coins over red-brown or brown coins. Red coins are those that haven't oxidized, meaning they're in pristine condition. A 2002 DRD coin in MS68 has sold for over $585, and in some auctions, values have reached nearly $1,000 when bidding wars start. Let's talk money, real money. According to the most recent market data, a 2002 D Lincoln cent in MS68 red has been recorded at auction selling for $585.34, and that's just the starting point. As interest in modern mint errors and high-grade coins grows, we're seeing increased competition among collectors, which means prices are trending upward. On eBay and coin auction sites, rare 2002 D pennies with errors are being listed and sold for $100 to over $800, especially if they're certified by PCGS or NGC. 1 Off-center 2002 D penny with 40% misstrike sold $4.275. A double die example with a clear spread in the date and Liberty inscription reached $340 in auction. And here's the exciting part: many people don't even know they have these coins. They sit in jars, pocket change, and coin rolls just waiting to be discovered. That means you could be holding one right now without even realizing it. So what should you do? Go through your change. Pay close attention to any 2002 D pennies. Look at the condition, and use a magnifying glass or a microscope to check for doubling, off-center strikes, or anything unusual. If you find a 2002 D penny that looks flawless, shiny red, no scratches, full details, or has a visible error, send it to PCGS or NGC for grading. This will certify its authenticity and give you a professional marketable grade. Once graded, consider listing on trusted platforms like Great Collections, Heritage Auctions, or eBay. Include clear photos and the certification number. This increases trust and price. So there you have it, the 2002 D Lincoln penny, a coin hiding in plain sight, with a history that dates back over 100 years and a potential value far beyond its face. Whether you're a new collector, a seasoned numismatist, or just someone who loves a good treasure hunt, this coin is proof that even modern pennies can turn into major paydays. Don't ignore your change, start digging, start checking, because that shiny little 2002 D penny in your collection might just be worth hundreds, maybe even more, and if you find one, let us know in the comments. We'd love to feature your story right here on USA Coins. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an opportunity to discover what your coins are really worth. Thanks for watching, and remember, every coin has a story, and every story could be worth a fortune. Stay curious, keep collecting, and as always, ladies and gentlemen, coin lovers and treasure hunters, get ready, because in today's video we're diving deep into one of the most surprisingly valuable coins you might have in your pocket change right now. It's small, it's coppery, it's a Lincoln cent from 2011, but don't let its size fool you. This humble penny could be worth a fortune. That's right, some 2011 Lincoln pennies have sold for hundreds, even thousands of dollars in the collector's market. Could you be holding one in your hand? Could your piggy bank be hiding a hidden gem? Stick around, because we're about to uncover the true history, value, and secrets behind the 2011 Lincoln cent. You won't believe how much these little coins are really worth. This is USA Coins, and if you're passionate about rare coins, coin values, and the exciting stories behind US currency, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because we bring you the hottest coin discoveries every week. Let's jump into the story of the 2011 Lincoln penny, and trust me, this one's going to surprise you. The year was 2011. The United States Mint continued the design of the Lincoln Union Shield reverse, introduced just a year earlier in 2010. This design was meant to symbolize President Abraham Lincoln's legacy of preserving the Union during the Civil War. On the reverse side, you'll see a bold shield with a single horizontal bar representing Congress, and 13 vertical stripes representing the original 13 states, a powerful image of unity. This design replaced the four-part Lincoln Bicentennial series that appeared in 2009, which showcased scenes from his life. By 2011, the shield had become the new standard for pennies, but that doesn't mean these coins are ordinary. In fact, some 2011 Lincoln cents are far from ordinary, and collectors are going crazy trying to find them. Why? Because hidden among the millions minted are rare varieties, errors, and ultra-high-grade specimens that are worth serious cash. We're talking up to $585,344 in some reported cases. Let's break down what makes the 2011 Lincoln penny so special and so valuable. Philadelphia Denver Mint. The total number of Lincoln Shield cents struck in 2011 was in the billions. Philadelphia produced approximately 4.9 billion, and Denver struck around 2.5 billion. That's a massive number, which makes the valuable ones even harder to find, because you're searching for a diamond in a mountain of copper-plated zinc. But here's where things get exciting. Despite the high mintage, errors, proof versions, and high-grade coins can bring incredible value. Let's get into the meat of the matter. What makes a 2011 Lincoln penny worth more than just 1 cent? There are a few key factors: mint errors, high-grade coins, proof coins, rare varieties. Let's talk about each. Mint errors that can be worth hundreds or thousands. Coin errors are like winning the lottery for collectors. They're mistakes made during the minting process, and when found, they can be worth a lot of money. Here are the most valuable 2011 Lincoln cent errors reported. If your penny is struck significantly and the date is still visible, you could be looking at a coin worth $100 to $300 or more. These occur when the design is stamped more than once by mistake. Some 2011 pennies with visible doubling on Lincoln's I, date, or the lettering have been sold for over $500. Coins that have curved or straight clips from the blanking process. A strong clip on a 2011 Lincoln cent can sell for $50 to $200, depending on the size and visibility. Extremely rare. A few 2011 cents have been discovered struck on dime or foreign coin blanks. These wrong planchet errors can fetch over $1,000. These are raised areas caused by a broken die. If dramatic enough, they can be worth $50 to $300. High-grade coins, mint state and beyond condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, and the higher the grade, the more value a coin holds. A 2011 Lincoln cent graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC can fetch $100 to $1,000, especially with strong luster and no marks. In fact, a 2011 Lincoln Shield cent graded MS68 plus red by PCGS sold for over $1,200 at auction. Only a handful of coins exist at this grade level, making them incredibly rare and desirable. Proof coins, the mirror finish marvels. There were also proof 2011 Lincoln cents struck at the San Francisco Mint, with the S Mint mark, and sold to collectors in special sets. These coins are made with polished dies and look stunning, mirror-like surfaces with sharp details. While most proof 2011 cents are common, high-graded PR70 deep cameo examples can still bring in $50 to $150, depending on demand and population. Rare varieties, the unconfirmed giants. Now, here's where things get wild. Some collectors and sellers have claimed to find extremely rare varieties of the 2011 Lincoln penny, including rumored transitional errors, missing edge plating, and even experimental blanks. One such coin, believed to be a transitional off-metal strike, has been reported sold for $585,344, though such sales are rare, controversial, and must be authenticated by top grading agencies. Still, the fact that such possibilities exist makes checking every 2011 penny worth your time. The coin market is always changing, but certain trends stay true. Right now, collectors are paying premiums for high-grade coins, rare errors, and anything with eye appeal. eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections often list 2011 pennies with dramatic errors and MS-68 grades, and some auctions go well above estimates when collectors get competitive. The demand for modern coin errors and condition rarities has exploded in recent years. As more people get into coin collecting, especially through YouTube and online groups, interest in modern rarities like the 2011 Lincoln penny is skyrocketing. If you have a roll of 2011 pennies at home, don't ignore them. Check for perfect surfaces and no scratches, unusual features, or doubling mint marks that look strange or missing, because what looks like a penny might be your next payday. To the average eye, the 2011 Lincoln cent might look like every other penny. But coin lovers know better. With the right error, the right grade, or the right combination of features, a single penny from 2011 could be worth hundreds, thousands, or maybe more. So don't overlook your change jar. Don't ignore those coin rolls from the bank. Take the time to examine each 2011 cent. You never know what you'll find. And remember, the thrill of coin collecting isn't just about the money. It's about the history, the hunt, and the amazing stories behind every coin. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2011 Lincoln Shield cent, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coins, and leave a comment below telling us if you have any 2011 pennies in your collection.